All dairy producers struggle with managing mastitis or somatic cell count at some point. It can be a complex and daunting task. Yet many dairy producers have learned how to implement the management practices it takes to minimize these problems. With that in mind, we decided to talk to the real experts, dairy producers from farms who do a good job of consistently maintaining a low somatic cell count.
My grandpa started this in the late 40s, started milking by hand in the upper part of the barn up here, and they built, I think the parlor we're standing in now was built in the late 50s, early 60s, and we've been milking in this parlor ever since.
Who all is involved in the dairy operation now?
That would be me, my wife, my brother Colby and his wife Sarah, my father Bill, and my mother Frances. Right now we're currently milking 45, milking 33 with 12 dry cows.
What's your current somatic cell count?
On the average, it usually runs somewhere around 75,000.
How many clinical cases of mastitis do you typically have in a month?
In a month, probably two to three. Very few. Production level is about 75 pounds per cow. Rolling herd average, I believe, is 22.5 or in that ballpark, somewhere in there. To me, maintaining a low cell count would be to make sure the cows stay clean and keep the udders clean, and to make sure the teats are clean and dry when you put the milkers on, and to keep the inflations changed regularly and keep the slips to a minimum. The biggest challenge would be to keep the cows clean on a regular basis. I mean, while they're out in the free stalls or out in the pasture, keeping them clean, that helps maintain a low somatic cell count, I believe. On the DHA papers we get back, it is showing us with a low somatic cell count, we are losing no pounds of milk per cow per day. So we are maximizing our profits off of that. Get the quality bonus, we've got it every month for the last 9 months, 10 months I know of, since we changed milk companies at the first of the year, and we've got it every month with them. Our milking procedure would be that when everybody milks, they do wear nitrile gloves, and the cows come in, they are fore-stripped and dipped with a 40% Clorox bleach solution, and make sure the teats are clean, the ends of the teats are clean and dry, the udders or the teats are dry, and the milkers are attached to where there's no slippage, and should be everything. It's individual paper towels, single use, that's all we use. If it takes 2, 3, 4 per cow, it's worth it to use. I'd rather use a few more towels than have to treat 1 or 2 cows for mastitis. Typically the timing would be about 30 to 45 seconds, I'm assuming, because the cows are typically clean and it doesn't take long to clean them. And they usually have their milk let down and ready to go by the time the milkers are attached. The cows are housed in a freestall barn with access to pasture anytime they want. They are not fastened up. They can come and go as they choose on their own. The only time we'll keep them up is typically, sometimes we will during the winter if it's bad, cold, raining, snowing, sleet, something like that. We may keep them up overnight, but they are let out the next day to come and go as they please. Our free stalls are bedded with sand. The free stalls are typically raked through the winter every morning and every evening, before milking of evening and after milking of the morning, and then try to do it through the summer at least once a night, but they typically go out to pasture during the summer. We try to keep them out of mud holes, out from under shade trees. They can lay under them. If it gets bad, we will fence that area off, and we do fortunately have access to 2 pastures. We rotate pastures 2 to 3 weeks on this pasture and rotate them to another one if needed.
Putting down that fabric is one of the better things that we've done. It used to be the cows were going down knee deep in mud, and now you can see it's not. holding up real good. It's been down probably 10 years, hasn't it? Something like that. You can see exactly where it stops at. They go to their knees nearly. Sure, it keeps the cows a lot cleaner, keeps them up out of the mud. It helps contribute to the somatic cell count. Sure, love it.
All of our dry cows are dry treated, and then all cows are CMT'd when they freshen in about the third or fourth milking and treated if needed. Everything has just been done over a period of 2 to 3 years. We've started wearing the gloves, and we did just use 1 cup to pre-dip and post-dip. We went to 2 cups, and just doing a good job of keeping the cows clean before they enter the parlor. One thing that has helped us, we do use a quarter milker, and I find that to be very beneficial. I mean, if a couple of cows you cannot get cured, we've had 1 or 2 of them, we will use a quarter milker on that quarter, and we do feed that milk to our calves, so we're not losing any milk. We do have a dry erase board. We write down cows that are treated, cows that might be suspect, cows to CMT, which cows to use a quarter milker on, and all cows, treated cows, are identified with the leg band marked, so that milk does not go in the tank.
Do you remove hair from the cow's udders?
Yes, we try to clip the cow's udders approximately twice a year, especially starting in late fall, early winter, and maybe again in the spring, so it won't be so bad through the summer. Sometimes individual cows may be clipped 4 times a year if needed. I believe the key to our success is to keep the cows clean before they enter the parlor, make sure the teats are clean and dry before applying the milkers.
Extension, research, and academics at the University of Kentucky College of Agriculture.